Welcome back, everyone. This is Mondo All Day, back with another video. And in this video, we'll be taking a look at Two-Face and the Riddler. This is going to be two of the four figures from the Batman Forever movie wave. As always, I'll talk about the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at the box for each one. We'll start off with Two-Face. So here's the front of the box for Two-Face. This side, the back, which includes that Nightmare Batman, or Bat, that's not Batman, Bat. The other side, top, and bottom. And then we'll do Riddler, it's the front of the box. This side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at each figure outside the box. As always, they do come with a card. The front of the card looks like for Two-Face. The back of the card. Front of the card looks like for Riddler. The back of the card. And for Two-Face, it does come with accessories. It comes with a left fist. It has a little glove on it. Right, a little detail on the knuckles, right? Look at that. And it comes with a right trigger hand. And for Riddler, it comes with a right open hand, a left fist. Not much to it. It comes with this Riddler bomb or whatever this is. I believe this is in the film, right? I'm trying to remember what part of the movie you see these, but there you go. And of course, it comes with his cane, which is very, very, very flimsy. Look at this. Look at that. So this is probably going to warp, so you may want to have it pose either standing up or have it hold together, because yeah, if you have it holding like this with just one hand, it's definitely going to warp. So it's very, very flimsy. And of course, this is a Build-A-Figure, so you do get parts for the Nightmare Batman, or the Nightmare, not Batman, Nightmare Bat. So here is going to be the piece for Riddler, right? I won't talk about it too much to show it, because I will be doing an overview of the actual Build-A-Figure figure, but there's that for Riddler. And for Two-Face, it comes with this wing. And yes, this thing is pretty darn big. I didn't think it was going to be this big, but it's pretty big. Look at this. It's bigger than Two-Face, right? Look at that. So it's going to be a pretty big bat. And of course, they both come with regular puck stands. Now let's talk about the articulation. We'll start off with Two-Face. So Two-Face, head, left, right, up, down, shoulder, it's a little stiff, bicep, elbow, wrist, torso is non-existent, but there is swivel. And then there's, wow, leg articulation, knees, ankle very limited because it does hit here in the pants, and toes as well. So overall, the articulation on this figure, it's good, but no torso and limited on the ankles. Now let's talk about this figure, because man, let's be honest, the movie itself is corny and cheesy, but I will say though, the costumes are also corny and cheesy, but it works though. I don't know why. I like the costume, but it's a weird film. First off, I started with the headpiece. I believe it's, what's his name? Lee? Something Lee, right? Can't remember his name, but it looks similar to that actor who played Two-Face, and I gotta say, it's a good looking headpiece. It's a little bit weird. We'll start off with this side. So, the human side, I guess you would say, the non-burnt side, right? You got all that skin right here, right? When he smiles, you got the frown, you got the painted lips, right? The eyebrows, eyes, you got the slick back hair, black hair, I should say. Not much to it in terms of sculpture design on this particular side of the head. And so this headpiece, I gotta say, on this side, it's clean, not much to it. On the other hand, over here, You got the burnt up face, and it looks pretty darn good. The eyes are a little bit different, which I like. The painted lips, the grin, right? Also, too, all that burnt skin, right? You can see here on the pinkish, a little bit of purple on there, and black as well, too. Then you got also the paint on the hair, which is, let's be honest, a little bit weird, but it works, though. And I gotta say, McFarlane did a really good job. Even look around the neck, too. Look at that, right? Look at the detail around the neck. And I gotta say, McFarlane did a really good job on this headpiece. Is it 100% accurate? No. But it looks pretty good. And for the price that you're paying for this, you have to admit, this is a pretty good looking figure. So the headpiece itself, I like the headpiece. I think it works. It looks similar to the film. I know it's not 100% accurate, as I mentioned, but it looks good, though. And so far, this figure, I'm digging this headpiece. Then here we have the zebra print side of this whole jacket tuxedo, which essentially is going to be a Joker reuse of a body. Right, so you have here the arms, not much to it, just a little bit baggy on the bicep and tricep. And of course, you get the base black paint with the zebra imprint on it, design, right? Having that maroon color or pinkish color. But I do like how this pocket here is white, right? Also here as well, too. I like that. Very subtle, but it makes it pop. Because if this was all just purple or maroon, it would just blend. But having it like this, right, it just pops. And then here we have the opposite side, which is black, not much to it, just a little bit of baggy, right, on the jacket. And then here's going to be the side of the jacket. You got the pocket on there, but the hands are different. Here we have the glove, right, trigger hand. And this side we have Two-Face with this coin. At first I thought it was some kind of like weapon when I saw it at quick glance, but actually it's supposed to make it seem like it's actual coin that's flipping. See that? Little details I like. I like that about McFarlane, so thank you for that. But I feel like it's going to break, so be careful with this, because I feel like this might break, right? See that right there. And here's going to be the upper torso, right? We got the painted color different on the actual tie itself. Again, it matches to the film, because I first saw this when I was getting out of the box. I'm like, why is it painting like this? But then again, I saw this, and it's not 100% accurate, but yeah, you kind of get the idea, right? Look at that right there. So that's fine. Right, but you got the whole tie, different colors, right? They got the imprint on here like a tiger, right? Or whatever it is. Pretty darn cool. And here's the back of the actual jacket itself. Black, plain, right? And then you hear the zebra imprint. And so overall, the upper body on this figure, it's a cool looking figure. Is it for everyone? No. Let's be honest. This is one of those figures to where if you are a fan of the movie, you're definitely going to be getting this. If not, I can see many people passing it, because it is a weird looking Two-Face. Not as weird as another one, which I'll show you in a bit. But this particular version of Two-Face, I like it, but it's a little bit odd. So to me, though, I like it. I think McFarlane did a really good job, especially the headpiece. I'm telling you, when you see the headpiece, you're going to be like, damn, this is a pretty good looking headpiece. This side looks really, really good. This side is just kind of eh. This is dope. Did he do squats? Oh, we can't see, but if we lift this, oh damn, even his ass got burnt. Jesus, got burnt off. Here's the back of the legs. Here we have the non-burnt side. It's going to be just plain black, not much to it, just baggy pants. Over here, same kind of style, but of course, you continued on with the whole zebra paint pattern. Right, there's the side of the legs. The feet, just regular dress shoes, not much to it. Here's the front. Here's the knees as well, which it's unfortunate because this is not painted this kind of black, right? You see this perfectly right here what I mean. It's a matte black, and then you have this black. I just don't like that. Come on, McFarlane. Same thing here. This has like a little bit of shine to it, but the knees don't have that. Come on, McFarlane, you're right there. And the front of the actual dress pants, again, they're just baggy with the crease down there in the center. Not much to it. But I will say, though, be careful, because mine did come, I don't say damage, but the joint on here, the joint actually came off. Like, I was kind of trying to play with it when I got it out of the box, and it just popped out. So I had to use hot water, loosen it up, and then put it back in. So it's fine for right now, but just, I don't know, maybe it's just mine. So overall, this figure, it's a cool looking figure. As I mentioned, this is for everyone. Absolutely not. But then again, well, I'll talk about it when I showcase that figure that I'm referring to regarding getting it now before it's gone type of thing. But anyways, I gotta say this figure, it's a good looking figure, man. Regardless if you like the film or not, you have to admit it's a good looking adaptation of the, I always forget his name. What's his name? Not Jim Lee, Scott Lee, something Lee. Well, you know what I'm talking about, the actor, right? And I gotta say, McFarlane did a really good job with it. Is it 100% accurate? No, but it looks good though overall. And so to me, I like this figure. I'm glad we got one. Granted, the film isn't the greatest, but hey, at least we got this one, right? So at least we got another Two-Face figure. Now let's take a look at Riddler. We'll start off with the articulation. So head, left, right, oh, very loose, up, down, shoulder articulation, bicep, elbow, wrist, torso, swivel, leg articulation, knees, ankles, and toes as well. So overall, the articulation on this figure, it's good. Actually, really good overall. Better than the Two-Face one. Now, let's talk about this figure, because this figure, it's, I like the figure. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But I can already tell people are going to skip it and make fun of it. Because, one, the headpiece is supposed to be Jim Carrey, and it doesn't resemble Jim Carrey a lot. But then again, this is Jim Carrey when he was younger, so yeah, it doesn't look like him a lot. I mean, there is some resemblance to Jim Carrey, but it's not, let's be honest. But McFarlane did the best he could, and you know what? He did a really good job with it. Just look at this hairstyle. It is just ridiculous. But then again, that's how he looks like. I mean, look right here. Right? So, it's this weird looking hairstyle for Riddler, but hey, it is what it is, and I gotta say, it's a nice, good looking hair design. It's odd for being a Riddler figure, having this kind of hairstyle, but whatever. But the paint's good on there. You got the like dark reds with the orange on there, which looks nice. Then you have the facial expression. The facial expression, it is really odd looking. Yeah, once you see it, you're like, you just can't unsee the oddness to it. It's just something about it just looks creepy and just odd looking. And it's supposed to resemble like Jim Carrey, as I mentioned, but it kind of doesn't. Then you got the painted teeth on the nice, bright, painted white teeth. The painted lips, right? You got the whole mask on here painted green. And then the skin tone paint. Why does he have two different skin tones, right? You got the neck being brown, and then you have a lighter brown on the actual face. But you got the... Actually, he has no eyebrows. Just come think about it. He does not have any eyebrows. Just notice that right now. And you know what? I noticed it too right here. He does not have any eyebrows on here. Holy crap, I did not know that. You know, you learn something new every day, right? But I do have to give credit, though, because McFarlane did have shadowing around the eyes, and because you can see the paint on the eyes. Little details like that I like. So, overall, the headpiece, I'll say, the headpiece itself is good. It's a good-looking headpiece. But it's a little bit odd with the facial expression. And again, it does not resemble that much of Jim Carrey. So, but for what it is, though, you gotta say McFarlane did a good job with it. But it does have some things that I would have chosen differently. The arms, they're just very slim arms. Not much to it. There's really no muscle definition, right? Yeah, there's like hardly any, right? There's no shoulder, bicep, or tricep. Then here you have the forearms. Again, no muscle tone, just very typical spandex, right? It's how it looks like in the comics. Very spandex, but yet McFarlane made a version of Riddler that's huge and roided out. Here's the other side. Not much to it, just very slim arms with the base bright green. Here we have the trigger hands on both sides, and of course you have the bright green base paint with all the Riddler painted all over his body, which it's a cool design. Again, similar to the movie where we're spandex, no muscle definition, because Jim Carrey, well, let's be honest, he has no muscle definition, so can't fault McFarlane on that, but it looks similar to the movie Riddler version. Not my choice for a figure, but hey, we got one, right? But it's a cool looking figure. It is odd looking. I will say this right now. It is odd looking. It's one of those, once you see it in person, same with the facial expression. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Same thing with the body. Once you see it, you're like, it's not bad looking, but also just, I think because the fact that it's just a spandex and it's just slim, so there's no muscle definition, so it doesn't pop. It's just there. I don't know, hard to explain. Then even the abdomen don't have any definition. There's nothing here. But at least you get the Riddler all over his body. So I guess there's that. And so overall, I gotta say, I don't know, something about this figure, it just, I don't know if it's because of the color or the fact that there's like literally no definition. It's just there. So, yeah. Did he do squats? Oof, damn. It's very consistent. No ass. This is just pancakes right here. Look at that. Flat as the table. Here's the back of the legs, hamstrings, which should be hamstring, but there's nothing. There is some muscle definition here in the calf muscle. It could be just bone, but you got more of the whole base green paint with all the black Riddlers on there. The shoes are similar to the actual film shoes. I remember seeing the film and he has some weird looking shoes, and you know what, McFarlane brought that kind of style to this figure. Here's going to be the front of the shins. There's going to be the knees, similar to the Two-Face, also present here, right? You can see a little bit of shine green on the leg, but yeah, the knees don't have that shine green to it, which is unfortunate. Here's going to be thighs, which should be thighs, but again, no muscle definition, just bright green base paint with the whole black Riddlers all over the body. And so overall, this figure, it is a weird looking figure. I'm telling you, you have to see it in person. And once you see it in person, you're going to be like me. You're going to be like, okay, I don't hate it, but also I don't love it. I don't like it, but also I don't dislike it. It's an odd figure. I think it's just because of the fact that it's just very slim in spandex, and that's that. Yes, we've gone other spandex, which, again, I'll show you when I'm referring to in terms of spandex design, but those figures stand out. This one, it just stands out because of the color and the whole Riddlers, but regardless of that, though, I gotta say, the figure itself, it's a figure. That's all I can say. The headpiece looks good, though. I will give it that. The headpiece does look good, but the body is just, it's just there. So, of course, the main question is it really worth it? Should you go out and get these figures? I gotta say, yeah, for the price, I think it's a good deal. For Riddler, for $25, for what you're getting, I have to admit, you do get more bang for your buck. You get the huge piece for the bat, then you have here the cane, you get the extra pair of hands, and you get the little Riddler, I believe it's like a bomb. So for $25, yes. Two-Face for $25, heck yeah. You do get also a pair of hands, you get the wing for the bat, but also you get a better looking figure, in my opinion. And you get a lot of detail in the headpiece. I'm telling you, when you see the headpiece, and also the jacket too, the burnt up side jacket, it looks really, really good. And so, for me, for the price, also a good deal. Regardless of the price, though, what I think about the figure itself. As mentioned, the Riddler is a Riddler. Two-Face is a way better looking figure. I'm telling you, when you see the Two-Face in person and Riddler, you're going to be like, yeah, Two-Face is a lot better looking compared to Riddler. But then again, the Riddler doesn't look bad, but also it's not good. It's one of those you have to see it in person so you can see what I'm referring to. So overall, what do I give these figures? They both get a thumbs up from me. Two-Face, as mentioned, I like it. The detail's there. Riddler, you do get good bang for your buck, but the figure is, I don't know, it's one of those, I don't hate it, I don't like it, but I don't dislike it. I don't know, I'm confused with it. Again, see this in person, you'll know what I mean. And here we have two other figures. This is going to be, Riddler figure is going to be more comic accurate Riddler. We have more movie, and of course the video game. The video game Riddler figure, great looking figure, top notch. This one, as I mentioned, we're going to spandex. This one has spandex color, right? But you have to admit, the whole muscle tone makes it pop. Having the purple paint, it just pops. This one, no muscle tone, bright color. but it's spandex and no muscle tone, so it's just there. So if you have this Riddler figure, you'll know exactly what I mean when you have these two next to each other. Because look at this. This looks really good. It's spandex, but it's muscle tone and everything just pops with that purple. This one is this one, but it's a good looking figure because, well, the headpiece, even though it does not look like Jim Carrey, McFarlane did a good job of the detail because he could have easily just cheapened out, just made a ugly looking face. It weird as facial expression, but the detail is there. The teeth, the facial expression, the cheeks, right? It's there, so it's like you don't like it, but also you can't hate on it because he did a good job with it. Does that make sense? And here we have another Two-Face figure. Finally, we have another Two-Face. Well, technically, this is going to be the third one. If you want to be more technical, it's technically the fourth. Because we've gotten another two other Two-Face Two-Face. We've gotten two other Two-Face figures. Wow, tongue twister. We've gotten the Batman. Which I have images. We've gotten the Batman Two-Face, and of course a regular Two-Face from The Dark Knight. And now we have here the Two-Face from The Dark Knight Rises, movie wave, Joker eyes. Hey, I didn't make it. Blame McFarlane. Then we have this Two-Face figure from Batman Forever. I think these two work very well. They're really bright in colors, right? It is just ridiculous and over the top. But though, you have to admit, when you have this one compared to this one, you gotta admit this one pops more, man. Look at the detail, right? Look at the jacket, the pattern, also to the tie, right? All that detail, you gotta admit this one does pop. In terms of the actual burnt face, this one looks more realistic, but this one, something about it works though. It works better in my opinion. This is more deformed, which if you like that, great. But for me, I prefer this one more. I don't know. So out of these two, I'm sure you can probably tell. To me, this is a better one compared to this one. And here we have Arnold. This is going to be the bigger figure. Figure from the Batman and Robin movie wave. Remember correctly? I'm pretty sure that's what it is, right? And of course, Riddler and Two-Face. Boom, they're all from the somewhat of the same universe. Over the top, ridiculous costume. And it works though. I think these work very, very well. Also with another figure, which I'll show in a bit. But man, I think these work very well. Super bright in colors, over the top design. It works. Super bright in color, spandex, but it also works. That's how it really looks like. Super bright, no, not super bright, but bright in colors on one side, but it also works too. So I think having these three next to each other, I think they work very, very well. They're ridiculously over the top, but again, it works though. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Here we have Poison Ivy, also from the same movie wave. It's going to be from the Batman and Robin movie wave. And as I mentioned regarding the price and getting this figure before it's gone, it's a perfect example. For some reason, well, for one, McFarlane, this is the only Poison Ivy figure. Come on, McFarlane, what's up with that? We have to have a more comic accurate Poison Ivy, or from the Harley Quinn show. Pick one. But we need more Poison Ivy. Number two, for some reason, this figure has been selling out. I've seen it. I saw a post about maybe 2 weeks ago online on eBay. Go for like $50. If I can find it, I'll post it. If not, I couldn't find it. But for $50. So, like, as I always say, get them now before it's gone. Even though these two figures are new and they are looking, you might want to get them now before they're gone. Because, again, I don't know why, but this one's been selling like crazy. And I saw it for like $50. Get them now before they're gone. So you don't want to miss out. Because, again, I saw this for $50. This is definitely not worth $50. It looks good, don't get me wrong. But, heck no, not for $50. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with these figures or plan on purchasing these figures? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. This includes an overview of Two-Face and the Riddler from the Batman Forever movie wave. And on to the next one.